Hi, so I am Matthew Taylor. So we've already seen today that fitness and exercise is a popular theme around here. Cody and Gary did a great job explaining some of those things, and I think after tonight we will be the most in-shape class Susanna's ever had. So fitness fads have been around for almost as long as fitness itself has been. Every year, every couple of years, there's something new. We had the 8-minute abs in the 80s, abs and buns, this is a specific edition. We had the Bowflex in the 90s, which was a classic. We had the shake weight. Look at that guy, just from shaking a weight. And my personal favorite, sweating with the oldies is Richard Simmons. So these fads have been around for a long time. I bet most of you have never done any of these exercises, but probably all of you have heard of these exercises. You've maybe had conversations about these exercises. They become embedded in the pop culture of the time. So what's hot today? What's the new craze today? Today, one of the biggest crazes, biggest fitness fads around is CrossFit. Most of you, I'm sure Gary and Cody at least have heard of CrossFit. It's in the news, it's got its own ESPN games, the CrossFit Open, so it's all over the place. If you have any friends that do CrossFit, they probably talk about it because the first rule of CrossFit, you always talk about CrossFit. So I'm here, I just want to tell you a little bit about CrossFit. The next time you hear someone talking about it, whether it be with your friends at the water cooler at work, you'll be able to contribute and don't miss out on a networking opportunity. I myself have been doing it for 2 years, so I know a lot about it. So listen up, I'm going to tell you what CrossFit is all about, what the components of CrossFit are, and I'm going to compare it to some other exercises you may have heard of, more traditional exercises. So remember, don't be left out, know what it's about. Don't be him, he looks sad. So what is CrossFit? It is constantly varied, high-intensity, functional movements with increased work capacity across broad times and modal domains. That is a very technical answer. I interviewed Anthony Peterson. He is a owner at Revolutionary Fitness in Westchester. He is a CrossFit Level 1 certified coach, so he's kind of an expert. This is the textbook answer. So I'm looking at this, what does that mean? So basically, it's constantly varied. It's just something that's always new. Cody and Gary can tell you, almost every Monday is National Chest Day at the gym. Everyone does the same thing. In CrossFit, it's a little more mixed up. You're never doing the same thing. High intensity, it's most workouts are between 5 and 25 minutes with little to no rest. So it's shorter, but very intense. And then functional movements with increased work capacity across broad times. That just means it's a broad array of different things. You could have a 5-minute workout or a 20-minute workout. It's getting your body used to anything you may encounter, whether it be a 5-minute run from a burning building or a marathon run that you're running in Philadelphia. The main components. Greg Glassman, the founder of CrossFit, based the whole gym mentality over preparing trainees for any physical contingency, prepare them not only for the unknown, but the unknowable. So that's kind of the whole concept behind these workouts, is he just wants to prepare you for everyday life, anything that can come about. He does this by training your stamina, cardiovascular endurance, strength, flexibility, speed, balance, and accuracy. So it kind of hits a little bit of everything. We talked about strength training, that is one of these things, but this will hit a little bit of everything. So your average CrossFit class, it's about an hour long. You could have anywhere between 5 to 30 people in it, and it's coached by a certified trainer. You'll be happy to know every class starts out with stretching, which you already learned today is very important. After the stretching, there's usually a strength weight exercise. It varies again every day. So you're never doing the same thing. It does focus a lot on the legs, which we know is important. Then it gets into the workout of the day. This is kind of the focal point of what CrossFit is. If you know anyone that does CrossFit, they call it the WOD, and they talk about it frequently. So today what we did 2 rope climbs, 10 box jumps, and 20 push-ups for 7 rounds. That was today's workout. Every day it's something different. You might do 100 push-ups in 2 minutes, or run 2 miles and do 30 sit-ups and do 20 squats. It's just something different every time. One of the things that makes it unique is that you're always scored. You count your time, whoever finishes first, your time goes up on the board and it's scored. You could do the most reps, It's any number of things that kind of increases the competitiveness of the workout. So how is it similar to other exercises? It has a strength and training component as lifting weights, as long as it's stretching, which is something that pretty much every fitness regimen should have. If you go to any yoga, Pilates, cycling classes, you get the same kind of group experience. You're coached, so you have a lot of guidance with that. Running, it hits the cardiovascular area and the stamina. It differs from these exercises as well. With strength training, it's very more focused on one area. It's not as broad as CrossFit is. Yoga, it's similar throughout every class. You have the same thing, same intensity level. And then running, the same with yoga. It's very repetitive, and you're not very, the variety isn't really there. So now that you know a little bit about CrossFit, next time you hear about it at the water cooler at work or wherever, you can chime in. You can tell them what you know about CrossFit. You can tell them the components of CrossFit, and you can talk about how it compares to other workouts.